Hello, everybody, and welcome to the TARDIS Zone. I hope you are all very well indeed. I took the extra day because, I went on a bit of a drinking session. But we got some Doctor Who news to catch up on. So, Peter Capaldi, obviously got his lifetime achievement BAFTA. It's been announced that there'll be two more seasons of The Devil's Hour, the show that he was recently in. And he did meet Ncuti there as well and said some words about Ncuti, which we'll get into. But first of all, obviously, we all got the announcement of the new companion, and she was introduced on Children in Need, but it's been followed up obviously by Ncuti interviewing Millie. So I was supposed to do this yesterday because it was the wedding anniversary on Sunday. We had a few more drinks then the next day. So we were supposed to do this yesterday, but we'll do it today, and we will put the interview up anyway. So so if you haven't seen this interview yet, obviously you're gonna get to see it now. So I'll just make sure that we're big screen there so you can see it. So this is him introducing and interviewing Millie Gibson, the new companion that's on the show. So we'll just make sure that the volume is up a bit. Yeah, so we'll just press play here and hear what she has to say.
Hello, Ncuti Gatwa here, the Doctor. And I am very excited because every Doctor needs their wonderful companion, and I would like to welcome mine to the TARDIS.
Hello, my name is Millie Gibson, and I'm going to play Ruby Sunday, the Doctor's companion in the new series of Doctor Who.
Millie, what are your earliest memories of Doctor Who?
Well, I was brought up on the Tennant and Matt Smith era. It was cross between them two. So I always remember Amy Pond. And that sort of era anyway. But it was always something me and my dad watched. And I just remember thinking
she watched it with her dad. She didn't watch it with her mammy. She watched it with her daddy.
The Doctor?
The Doctor is really handsome. And he's an alien with two hearts in human form.
What makes the Doctor's companion such a good role?
Well, they are the eyes into your world, and they are the audience eyes to see what
she gets it.
She
gets it. That's what I said the companion's supposed to be.
You realise that the Doctor needs the companion just as the companion needs the Doctor.
Tell us why you are excited to play the companion.
I'm too overwhelmed, really, so I'm buzzing. I can't wait.
Just to follow up on that, as soon as you left the room for your audition, I was like, Russell, that is the companion. The companion.
So he was actually there during the process. That's
where
very
were
good.
you when you found out you got the role?
I just had a spray tan.
She just had a spray tan, typical of her generation. They love their spray tans, don't they?
Like, where are you? And I was like, I've just had a spray tan. I'm trying not to cry it off.
I love that because I was going into the barber shop when I found out that.
No, see,
we're right there. Did you tell anyone?
Yes, I told my mum. So when I first left the tanning salon, I got into the car and I was like, don't start the car yet. Let me just put my bags in the back." And she went, "Oh my God, what's happened? What has happened? What has happened?" And I went, No, I've got it." And she just went, "Oh my God," and started crying her eyes out. But I was like, "Mum, you cannot say a thing," and that was hard for her because she was a Scouser. So,
Millie, please tell us, where would you take our wonderful TARDIS first?
Oh,
well, the first one was I really wanted to do the the witches era, but Jodie Whittaker did that.
Got
Stole
to
my
it
idea. But I would love to take it to ancient Egypt. The pyramids.
Yes,
Do a
yeah,
bit
yeah.
of Cleopatra.
Oh my God,
Have
get
a
some
moment. Yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Cool ideas.
Yeah.
she's gonna be fine. She's got a confidence about her.
We're looking at you, son. Right.
Just stay off social media.
Don't forget, the new episodes of Doctor Who will be exclusively on the BBC in the UK and Disney Plus in the rest of the world in 2023. See you then.
Right. Now, and even Ncuti there, you hear his accent. It's fine. It's fine. People were worried about Ncuti's accent. I think he's going to be fine. There's great chemistry between the two of them. She seems like she's really up for the role. She knows what she's talking about. The interesting part is when she says that the companion is the audience eyes. This is what I've been saying on this channel. Absolutely spot on. You can tell that she has watched the show in the past, that she's not just putting it on. She's definitely watched the show. So, look, I think the chemistry between the two of them is brilliant. I think Ncuti there, even in that clip interviewing her now, I think the accent, is not as bad as people were making it out to be. I think the accent is actually pretty fine. I think he's going to do a good job. I think the two of them are definitely going to do a good job. It's going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting. And I did like her comment that she said she watched Doctor Who with her dad, because there has been this perception, especially amongst the other fans, that that girls couldn't get connected to the show, and there's a father passing the show on to his daughter, who ends up becoming the companion of the show. Having male role models is not a bad thing, but in society today, it seems to be that way. And I think it's absolutely disgraceful. But again, she said all the right things, and again, she referred to the Doctor as a bloke. A he. So people worrying about pronouns and all of that nonsense. I think this clip, I think the more that comes out, the more they're convincing people that the show is in safe hands. And I don't think she hasn't put a foot wrong. He hasn't put a foot wrong. Ncuti hasn't put a foot wrong. It's just a pity RTD started off rocky with all these crap. But since he's kind of calmed down and we've just gotten into the announcements of Doctor Who, they've really, really listen. I'm actually even more. I'm more surprised. I actually am surprised. I knew RTD and Co had a very tough job to try win fans over, and they still do have a job to win some fans over, right? They haven't won everybody over, but what I've seen so far gives me enough confidence to say that I think this show is in safe hands, and I think Ncuti and Millie will do absolutely fantastic together. They've already got that little bit of chemistry there. And I think it's going to be a very interesting dynamic, and I can't wait to see what kind of stories RTD now writes to complement the two of them. The ancient Egypt thing, I like the idea of that myself, because as you know, I'm fascinated with Egypt and ancient Egyptian history. So yeah, I wouldn't mind doing that. She did mention the witches, but she did say Jodie Whittaker already did that, which I thought was a funny comment. She stole my idea. But yeah, look, she's saying and doing all the right things. She comes across. Look, she's like every other girl out there, isn't she? She's like gone for a spray tan and stuff. So like, we should embrace her, but also, as I said, it's very important that the people that are around her protect her, because social media is a bit toxic, and we don't need any of that toxicity aimed towards her, if there is any, because for the simple fact is, as I said, she's going to be the most exposed companion in the history of the show because of this Disney Plus deal. She's going to be worldwide, so there's a lot of pressure on her shoulders, and you can tell she even said that she was nervous. So that's understandable. She knows that she has a responsibility, and I think she's embraced it, and she should be applauded. Look, any doubts that I had now, any doubts that I had left about the castings or anything like that has gone out the window now. I really didn't have any problem with any of the castings anyway so far. As I've said, yeah, people could say and think what they want about the castings and think it's this, that, and the other. But for me, I'm liking everything that I've heard and everything that I've seen so far. So, as I've always said when RTD came back, I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt and I'm going to give him a chance. And, I think we're being rewarded now. If you look at it with all the announcements, we got the classic logo as well, obviously, because the anniversary coming up. But I thought that was a nice little touch by RTD. He's tried what RTD has cleverly done, which is very hard to do, is to try please everybody. And I think the majority of people are happy enough. Obviously, as I said, there's still a few fans that they've got to win over. But that may come soon enough. Fun fact, Ncuti, she's the one after the audition speaks volumes. Well, he was there, sounds like he was there. And if he was there within the process of that, I think that's a great idea. I think you have to see if they have chemistry. And you can see that they have chemistry. So RTD has done it spot on. Ncuti had to be there, in fairness. I'm liking what I'm hearing. It sounds like everything is being done right anyway. Well, the way it's being reported, it is. You know what I mean? It's being done right. And I like what I'm hearing. That's it. Here, Noel. I want to just get on board with this new era. That's something I've tried to do the last era, but Chibs wasn't able to make it possible. Exactly. Look, as I said, we'll know if RTD can really turn the ship around. And if he can, then we're going to be onto something amazing. Right? So, let's see what happens. But here, obviously, as I said, the Scottish Baftas were recently on. And Peter Capaldi actually had some complimentary things to say about Ncuti. Now, the article is in the link description, but I'm going to read this out. And there's also a photograph of the two of them as well, which I wanted to share as well, because I think it's quite a nice photograph. But Peter Capaldi is bigging up Ncuti big time. And, I think people should listen when Peter Capaldi speaks. Peter Capaldi is not just an actor. Remember that people think that Peter Capaldi is just an actor. He's not. He's a producer, and as far as I know, he directed something as well, and he's won awards for that as well. So when Peter Capaldi tells us that Ncuti is going to be great, I actually believe him. But let's see what he had to say. But this article's in the link description. We won't be reading it all. We're just reading the relevant stuff to this. So the BAFTA. So this flies. So the BAFTA bags the outstanding contribution gong. Peter Capaldi bagged the outstanding contribution gong at the British Academy Scotland Awards on Sunday in Glasgow. The actor, 64, who's previously played the 12th Doctor Who, lauded Ncuti Gatwa, 30, who was preparing to take on the role in his speech after they posed for photographs. Peter, who looked suave in a black suit, was joined by the 15 Dr. Ncuti, who cut a dapper figure in a light blue suit inside the DoubleTree by the Hilton Hotel. Okay, you don't have to go into all that detail. So there's Peter Capaldi with his BAFTA looking all chuffed there, and well deserved. Well deserved if you ask me. Long overdue. In his speech, the Thick of It star said, "Ncuti knows this already because I could see it in his heart and see him. But he's about to discover how beautiful and wonderful and cosmic the human race can really be. And also, he'll be able to spot an anorak in the peripheral vision 50 yards, and he'll have to find out what to do." Also, along with the winners were blah, 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 blah. Peter previously praised Ncuti for being absolutely amazing, adding that he is an amazing actor who will bring depth to his former role. And there's the two of them. There's the two of them. Photograph of the two of them. Let's see if I can actually just go into this photo. That'd be nice. There you go. I don't know if you could see that. Let's see. Yes, you can. So, so there they are there. The two of them standing beside each other, met each other at the Baftas. And yeah, I'm pretty sure Peter would have gave Ncuti some advice. Especially if Ncuti had asked. But it's a nice picture of the two of them, have to say. Let's see if there's any more pictures of them, or they just showing different celebrities, because there is a few of them. There they are again. They've nicely. They've posed quite a good few times. Ncuti just looks so happy all the time, doesn't he? And there's the two of them talking to you. That's deadly. Right, obviously that's it. Yeah. Just people talking, and then. So there you go. Former doctor and new doctor. Meeting each other at the Scottish Baftas there. Look, there's a lot of confidence in Ncuti, have to say. And there seems to be, Peter wouldn't just come out and just say, someone's going to smash it. You know what I mean? Obviously they're both Scottish, so he knows Ncuti around the circus, so he know what he's capable of. So we'll it's gonna be very interesting. But going back to the main two, Ncuti and Millie, as I said, I think after her little interview there, she'll be okay. She mentioned Amy Pond, and a lot of fans are comparing her to Rose, which is fair enough, but her era obviously was Matt Smith and whoever else it was. Peter Capaldi, David Tennant, Matt Smith. There's a photo of them laughing. I can't wait to see them in action. I seen that photograph. I actually threw it up on Twitter. I think this is the photograph you're talking about. I threw it up on the channel Saturday. But we'll go and look at it again. There it is there. Didn't take long. So here's the photo for anybody that didn't see it of the companion and doctor. And no, it's not their costumes. People have been asking. It's just a photograph they took for the promo, obviously. But there you go. Both of them look happy there. And then we seen the interview. So as I said, there seems to be a bit of chemistry there. And that's important. I believe that's important. That's why David Tennant and Catherine Tate worked so well. They had great chemistry and made each other laugh. And it looks like these two are going to be the same. Billy Piper was the same with Christopher Eccleston as well. They had some great chemistry as well. And obviously she had some great chemistry with Tennant's doctor. But you need that chemistry. You need that chemistry. And Matt had it as well with Karen Gillan. Not so much with Clara, actually. But it was there. It was definitely there for the others. So that's important. That's important. And as I wrote the dream team, I do honestly believe this is gonna work out. I do. I mean, it has to anyway. It's last chance saloon for the show now. And as I said, if it does fail, the horrible thing about it is because there's been cash injected into it now. You know what happens nowadays? It doesn't matter if a show is failing, they will flog that dead horse for as long as they can, and then they'll cancel it, And that's what I don't want to happen. That's the only thing now that I would say, RTD's writing has to be up to standard for this to work, because we've had a bad 5 years of the show. It's been absolutely ridiculous. Ratings have nosedived, so they cannot afford to get this wrong. But so far, after a rocky start from RTD himself, let's be honest, it was a bit of a rocky start. I think they've steadied the ship now. Anything that comes out that happens to cause a stir in the fandom, like the Telegraph article did when they lied about the specifics of the Disney Plus deal, just to get clicks for their newspaper. The BBC, Radio Times were quick enough to come out and give the details and say, no, this is exactly what was said, and this is exactly what the deal entails. So I'm glad they're doing that as well, because we need to squash the bull crap. That was another thing that didn't happen under Chibs. Chibs let bull crap just be run rampant in the media, and they never responded, right? Whereas RTD, if there's anything out there that's upsetting the fandom, he will actually make sure that's stamped out straight away and it's quelled, because he wants. You could tell they just want to get everything right, and so far so good, and we should you know we should praise that, because when they do things right, it's very easy to just focus on the negatives all the time, you know but yeah, you've got to actually give credit where credit is due, when they get things right. And so far, so good. Another thing, still waiting on me copy of Doctor Who magazine from the Who shop, which has never turned up yet. I'm starting to get a bit worried about that, actually. Some people have got their copies, but I ordered it before they were waiting to see if there was any stock. So, I mean, what happens if I don't get the magazine? Do I get my money back? But anyway, we're still waiting on the Doctor Who magazine anyway. But I'll eventually get my hands on it, because as I said, we've ordered it anyway, so they have to bleed and send it out. Well, they better bleed and send it out, because I've been waiting this long now. And I've obviously gotten another little surprise as well, because you have to spend a certain amount of money, which is the thing. I'm actually forgetting about Whittaker. She's long gone to me. Yeah, that's what I mean. That's Well, I've said the same thing. That's why don't be focusing on it. We don't need to focus on that era anymore. It's gone. It's done now. Let her do what she's doing. So she was in London Comic Con or something yesterday. Do I give a crap? No, don't care. No interest. I got my copy at the weekend from Tesco. Says Lindsay. Actually, I wonder if Tesco Ireland do it. That'd be interesting. Might check that out just in case. But yeah, it's as I said, we've had a rocky start, but we're getting to the announcements now. So the companion's done. Now, will there be something? Because obviously, Doctor Who fans, we've got the anniversary coming up tomorrow. So I wonder if there'll be anything from them. Will we get something else tomorrow? It is tomorrow, isn't it? The anniversary is tomorrow, isn't it? I don't forget these things. Yeah, the anniversary is tomorrow. So when an Unearthly Child first aired. So we're on the anniversary now. So will they announce something tomorrow, I wonder? To mark the anniversary. They're going to do something anyway to mark the anniversary, haven't they? They definitely have to do something to mark the anniversary. Well, they do. They'll put up their posts on social media, but I wonder if RTD and Bad Wolf and Co. will actually don't do something for the anniversary. Or will he just put up a simple post? Which I'm pretty sure RTD will acknowledge the anniversary tomorrow either way. But what I'm saying is, will they do something special for it? So interesting. We'll just have to wait and see. I wasn't going to buy the magazine, but I thought it's a milestone for the new era. Exactly, it's sold out. It did. So obviously they're getting the stock out there now, but it did sell out. It's like half human on my mother's side. Whovians pretend that didn't happen. LOL. Exactly. That's the way you can look at the last era. It's like that's what I've tried to actually, make the comparison with. It's like the movie is that one thing that's there that's either loved or hated by fans, but the majority of fans have problems with it. It's the same with this era. That's it. So that's the way you should look at it. That it's in its own little. Because I'm pretty sure, as I said, you wouldn't want RTD to be fixing someone else's mistakes during his era. It's not his job. No, any plans to do the 5 Doctors anniversary live stream next year? Well, we'll have the anniversary next year. We'll actually have the anniversary special, so we'll be busy with them. Because remember, whatever happens with these specials, and we don't know when they're being exactly dropped. That's the thing; they're being very vague. Apparently, everybody's saying they're all going to be dropped in November. Well, if that's the case, then the 23rd of November next year is good. There's going to be a special on, so we'll be concentrating on that because it's the RTD era. So yeah, that's what we'll be doing. We'll be doing whatever special RTD is releasing, whether it's the final of the specials or whether it's the second last special of the specials that he has. But that's what we'll be doing. Next year's anniversary will be actually busy because it's RTD. This is the only anniversary now that we have now, which is the 59th anniversary tomorrow. That's it. That's it then. And then we could all fan channels, I assume, because we always mark the 23rd on this channel. We always do an Unearthly Child watch along. We do the 2 versions. That's what we always do. So I don't have any plans to change that. So that's what we're doing tomorrow. And as I said, next year's anniversary will be actually a new festive will be a new special from RTD. So that's what is going to be taking up airtime with that. So it'll be interesting to see what happens. I'm pretty sure Big Finish are probably going to do something for the anniversary tomorrow as well. Yeah, I'm looking forward to the new Doctor's merchandise. It'll probably start in October and end in November. Probably. We'll see. I don't know. I think they should spread them out because you'd hype up the fandom a lot more that way. That's why I still have that good feeling we're going to get something this year. When I say this year, I mean New Year's Day. I don't think we'll get Christmas Day this year. I was pretty sure we might, but he did announce an extra special down, and that's what got me thinking that was probably right. But I don't know. I don't think it'll be the Christmas. Remember that New Year's Day slot is there. So what's taking over Doctor Who if it's not on this year or next year? Well, it'll be the New Year's Day. But if that slot, well, we'll find out in the TV listings in December anyway. So we'll see what's going there instead of Doctor Who. And because if the TV listings come out and it says to be determined, then they would have no reason to do that unless Doctor Who was coming on. How's the cooking poll going? I haven't checked it in a couple of days, but I'll check it now. I made some burgers yesterday as well. I did actually. They were nice. So let's see. Community. So the poll stands at with 42 votes, 33% say no, and 67% have said yes. Remember, the poll ends tomorrow. So let me know. And I might be doing them on the other channel instead because I don't think there are too many people keen on me doing it on the main channel. So yeah, we will leave it at that. Yeah, I'll do it on the other channel, as I said, because obviously I think there are some people that are a bit worried about me doing cooking videos on this channel. So I'll do them on the other channel, The Irish Geek. So if you haven't subscribed to the other channel, The Irish Geek, go and get subscribing because by the looks of things, unless that poll changes dramatically, we might be doing I might do a cooking video, show you how I do one of me burgers, me famous burgers that people have seen photographs of, and we'll go from there and see how well that one does. So yeah, obviously you've probably seen I dropped a new little announcement on the channel. So I'd love to be able to throw it up. Actually, let's see anyway, because I put that interview up. So if I put that interview up, it's probably already limited my stream. And if that's the case, then I'll just play the announcement on here for everybody if you haven't seen it. So let's have a look. BBC are all right, to be quite honest, most of the time. Obviously, when it comes to their trailers, they're a bit sketchy on that sometimes. They're very inconsistent, actually. But the majority of the time, they're actually pretty okay. Some people complain about them all the time, but you know, let's see, is it limited? No, it's not, quite surprisingly. Wow, okay, so BBC are okay with us doing the interview. So no, I won't be able to play that. But I did put up a little announcement there. New Who's On is coming back for Christmas specials. So if you haven't seen the little trailer, go and check it out because I put it all together myself. I'm actually putting up an updated version. So I'll be taking down the version that I threw up. I'll be putting up an updated version with just extra effects on it, but looks even better. But I'll be leaving that one up. I'll be taking the other one down and I'll be leaving that one up. So go and watch that one when I throw it up, just in case you missed it the first time around. Because I did drop it, in fairness, I dropped it early morning. And when I mean early morning, I mean 2 or 3 o'clock in the bleed morning. So yeah, I think most of you were in bed. So I'll throw that announcement up again, but it's a slightly different video anyway. So going to be exciting to see 2 new sonic screwdrivers, one for Tennant and one for Ncuti. Yeah, it's going to be very interesting. I don't know though if David Tennant will actually have a brand new screwdriver. It could be. We don't know how this story is gonna go, but it could be if it's gone wrong. The screwdriver itself. If the rumor is that the TARDIS console room continuously changes between different doctors' console rooms, right? So if that's the case, then you would assume the screwdriver would probably do the same. So you might get a Tennant screwdriver with a bit of Matt Smith and Peter Capaldi screwdriver mixed in, amalgamation of the 3 screwdrivers maybe. And of course, you probably have to include Whitaker's screwdriver in there somewhere. Maybe the light or something, the crystal. But if that's happening to the TARDIS, then obviously the same thing could probably happen to the screwdriver. We'll just have to wait and see. But it will be interesting to see what Ncuti's screwdriver is going to be like, because obviously, it'll be his screwdriver. Whereas I think Tennant will kind of use his own, and then it'll probably start changing into other screwdrivers, maybe. I don't know. We'll see. Remember, he regenerated with his clothes on, right? So something's gone wrong, which means the screwdriver, the TARDIS, everything could be gone wrong. Remember, the Doctor is connected to the TARDIS connected to him. So if anything goes wrong with the regeneration, something to do with the TARDIS as well. So remember, the TARDIS acting all funny, Tennant's Doctor not knowing why he's back, confusion there. It's going to be interesting, I'm telling you. The anniversary specials are going to be very interesting. I just wish we didn't have to wait so goddamn long. That's why I'm hoping he does drop one on New Year's Day, right? Because then we'll have something. Anyway, we'll just have to wait and see. All we can do is speculate and come up with theories as fans. That's it, So, but it's an exciting time. It's an exciting time. I don't think fans have been this excited coming up with their own theories and ideas of what they think might happen. But here's one for you, right? Here's a whopper one for you, right? So the fans on the other side, I mean, sometimes they come up with god awful theories, right? That actually are so stupid that they're laughable. But they've actually come up with one that is actually very interesting. And the reason why I say it's very interesting, because for once it's actually plausible. This is the problem when they do come up with their own theories. They're never plausible, right? Even when they came up with the theory when RTD and BBC put the post up, who could Ruby be, right? Because they seen the Ruby, and you should have seen the conspiracy theories that they came up with. And obviously they got them completely wrong, right? But they come up with a new one where it actually makes a little bit of sense, right? So, what if Ruby Sunday was actually the Doctor's daughter, Jenny? Now, we did see Jenny not regenerate, but heal herself with regeneration energy after she got shot and then she flies off into the rocket. But can she fully fledged regenerate? Now, if she can, it is plausible, right? But another thing I think they're just probably linking is because the both of them have blonde hair, which is ridiculous. See, this is what I'm saying. It's born out of this rumor is born out of a bit of stupid connecting the dots, right? Because she has blonde hair. Oh well, it has to be Jenny, But this one actually is plausible though. Could it be the doctor's daughter, Jenny, and she actually is gone under the name Ruby Sunday? Because let's be honest, a lot of us have said that name is very fucking peculiar, Ruby Sunday. Or that machine replicated another daughter in the doctor's daughter. Could be that, yeah, because we didn't see that, obviously. But she didn't have the mark on her hand, though, I don't think. So I don't think no, because remember, the General Cobb said he wouldn't use her because she was passive stock. So they never used her, so she never actually used that machine. But that's a good one. That would be a way of getting around it. It is when you think about it, it is far-fetched. But, it's not implausible. And then another suggestion is that she was actually the doctor, and it was actually Rose. It's actually Rose and the Metacrisis doctor's daughter. But then that means that she came from a parallel universe. But in fairness, let's be honest, obviously we don't know how RTD is going to do it, but is the universe destroyed in his version? Because, Chibs never fixed that. So if he's using that, then that would make that more plausible, because obviously if she destroyed the universe, then obviously, it's caused the reaction that other timelines are probably bleeding into others and stuff like that. But I don't know. It's funny how these fans don't want her to connect to something and not just let her be whoever she's going to be in her own right. She has to belong to someone. Has to be either it has to be the doctor's daughter, or it has to be because she can't be a character all by herself. I don't like these newfangled fans. They're not fans. Just try to suck the lifeblood out of everything. I mean, the one with it being Jenny regenerated is plausible to a certain extent, but we don't know if she can actually fully regenerate. It was never. Remember, she healed herself with regeneration energy with the bullet. She woke up, but that was because at the same time the doctor had broke the sphere that had all the gift of life, basically, that everything could grow. So maybe that's what healed her and not actually regeneration energy. So if that's what healed her and it wasn't the fact that she actually was able to heal herself with regeneration energy, then she's not the doctor's daughter. But I don't think she is the doctor's daughter anyway. But remember, there's always something, right? Remember this. With RTD companions, there's always something about them. It's not straightforward. Rose wasn't straightforward. You had that Bad Wolf connection, right? Bad Wolf get all of that, right? Martha Jones, right? We know what her thread was, and then you had all the other threads that were going on. Every single companion. Even fucking Moffat did the same with Amy Pond, right? It's never straightforward with these companions, right? So there's something about Ruby Tuesday. I'm being honest, probably not her real name at all, but that's the name they're giving her so far. But we probably find out who she really is. But I don't think it's just as straightforward as that, because RTD doesn't do things that straightforward. There you go. Real Beach Sunday is a story arc, just like Bad Wolf was. Exactly. There'll be something to that effect, or something. It'll be interesting, man. Um, it's a pity they haven't filmed that, because I'm pretty sure if they actually had, if they were actually fully fledged in film and Ncuti's era, we'd probably get a little reveal trailer tomorrow of her and Ncuti together. That would be nice. But obviously that's not going to happen. But that would have been nice, but there's nothing they could really do. But I do have a poll up on this actual topic. So I've asked people. Hold on, I want to get the question right, so we'll go in. So I've asked people. This, where is it? Come on, come on, come on. Right. So I asked people, how is everybody feeling about the casting of the new companion? And we've got 178 votes with 3 days to go. I will put it on screen to show everybody, and I'm going to share it in the chat as well, just in case you haven't actually. So there's the poll there. So get voting if you haven't voted. And I will put it on screen there, and you can see what result we have. Well, it's not a result, but we could show you where the poll is at right now. So we have 36.5% of the people that voted in this poll saying they are undecided. 6.7% of the people that voted in this poll are disappointed, and 56.7% say they are happy at the moment with the casting. So it's an interesting one, I have to say. If those disappointed votes, actually went with the undecided crew, it'd be pretty close. But pretty close. But again, I've seen this in a lot of polls that I've thrown up. People haven't been really able to. It's not being not like the Jodie Whittaker era where I'll put up a poll and be a landslide. These polls, people are really thinking about their vote, and and I think that's reflecting. But as you can see, as I said, 178 people voted in that poll, and 56% of them, so that's over half, are happy at the moment. Yeah, everybody's talking about the costumes there. Lindsay saying, I wonder what style Ruby will have in the costume. I think what we seen her wearing that photograph, I think that'll be the kind of style that she will go with. As for Shooty, yeah, everybody is expecting this over the top costume because of his personality and stuff like that. But John, I tend to agree with you. I think it will be kind of casual, maybe. Obviously, it'll have its own little quirks to it to make it unique. But yeah, I don't see this flamboyant costume. But to me anyway, the costume is a big deal nowadays. I'd have to say it still is. Yeah, if you've seen the reaction to the last costume, it was a big deal. So for a lot of fans, again, the costume will be another thing that will either make or break whether fans, are on board or not. Because the costume is very important to some fans, have to say. I think it will be understated, actually, not casual but simple, says Brisk. Yeah, I just don't think it's going to be flamboyant like everybody thinks. Yeah, it'll be interesting though. It'll be very interesting to see what happens. So they're going to be filming soon anyway. So we're gonna have fans at filming sites. So we're gonna be getting a lot of stuff coming up soon. Over there, this is the thing. They're gonna be filming, right? Obviously they won't film Christmas Day and stuff like that, but we're gonna have stuff all the way up, like to talk about. So it's gonna be pretty busy for December. Because there's gonna be a lot. There's gonna be a lot coming out because of the filming. And as you know, there are dedicated accounts on Twitter that actually send people there now. They send them to film and to try get a scoop. I tell you, if we had a bigger channel and I could pay people, I'd actually be sending people to the filming sites to get the scoops. Obviously, pay them if I could. Pay them for their scoops because, I think that's the best way to get information is the scoops. New Doctor Who Confidentials. I'm pretty sure Doctor Who Confidential or something like it is gonna come back. Adam, I'm pretty sure, man. They'd have to. They'd be stupid not to capitalize on it. David Tennant video diary. Yeah, they used to do video diaries as well. Look, they will. Look, you know the way Disney Plus do things as well, right? Especially with all the big major shows. They always do behind the scenes and all of that stuff, right? They will do that for Doctor Who. Doctor Who will get the same, will do the same, because that's what RTD did. Look, RTD will do what worked the last time. The biggest mistake was getting rid of Doctor Who Confidential, in my opinion, because that went hand in hand with the main show. Because I would watch the main episode, right? And then I'd go and watch Doctor Who Confidential after it, right? And I wish they'd do that, because then I could watch the episode, right? Then watch Doctor Who Confidential, then do the live stream after I've been given the behind the scenes access as well. So, they can explain things a little bit more. That would be great. I think it'd make the panels, it'd make the panels even better because, you're getting all of this behind the scenes stuff, how they create the monsters and all. Then you look at scenes and different elements to a different way. I mean, look at when we brought Noel Clarke on and he spoke about his movie. Everybody was saying how insightful it was, how, it was interesting to hear, his perspective on these scenes and why he went for the camera angles and why he wanted the actors and actresses to behave this certain way and stuff like that. And it's all fascinating. And that's what Doctor Who Confidential used to do. After the episode, then you could get to see how you were able to create all these things. And if you look at Doctor Who Confidential under RTD and you see the budget that you had to work with, and basically, we all know we had a small budget compared to other showrunners then. Obviously, as the series went on, he got bigger budget every year. But he started off with a very small budget, and then you watch Doctor Who Confidential, and you see how they're able to bring all these things to life, and you're like, holy crap, man! Fair play to them. It makes you appreciate it more. So, as I said, if you have your current box sets and you've bought all the seasons of New Who, well, I mean, the Moffat and RTD eras, you will get your Doctor Who Confidential up to a point. I don't think. Did they end soon after Moffat though? I don't think there was many there. I forget because it's been such a long time since I watched Doctor Who Confidential. But yeah, they definitely have to bring that back. Murray is back, yes. How do you know Murray is back? Has there been an announcement made that while we've been on? Hold on. Because Murray Gold is not confirmed. We did say on the channel, it'd be pretty stupid if he wasn't back. But I don't think that's being confirmed, folks. So unless someone can show me where it says Murray Gold is back. I don't think that's being confirmed at all. That's just a rumor that's flying around, but it hasn't been verified. And BBC haven't come out. I haven't seen that on Murray Gold. I'm going to type that in now because I haven't seen that on Murray Gold's return. That's just again. That's just, if it has been confirmed now, that's fine, fair enough. But if it hasn't, right, that's just someone with a rumor, and it's not even a rumor because if you think about it logically, right, it's easy to throw out Murray Gold's name and say that he's coming back for RTD because he worked with RTD before. Nobody would question that, but I don't think it's been confirmed. All right, let's see if he's being confirmed. Right, this was a month ago. So what did they say? It's an opinion. Right, it has not been confirmed that Murray Gold is back. No, so it's obviously someone just saying that Murray Gold. Adam, I think you've been had there, but again, as I said, it wouldn't be. This wouldn't be a rumor, right? This is basically someone that knows that Murray has worked on Moffat and RTD's era, right? So it'd be logical to assume that he's coming back. But what I think people forget is that RTD has worked with other composers since he's left Doctor Who, and they're very good as well. He mightn't want Murray Gold back, you know? And Murray Gold mightn't want to come back himself because remember, he did get. You've got to remember, there's a lot. Murray Gold, I think people forget as well. Murray Gold and the BBC's relationship is not really. Well, let's just say I'm not going to say that it's bad. But remember, they haven't released all of Murray Gold's music on CD. Like I think there's still fans complaining about what's a season. Is a season 9 or season 10 soundtrack or something. The music still hasn't been made available for that. But no, nothing's been confirmed. I mean, as I said as well, it's very easy to discredit people out there that are saying stuff like that because you know fans are not stupid. It'd be logical to assume that Murray Gold's going to come back because he worked with the two of them. And whoever's put that rumor out there, that's what they've done. It's not because they've been given information to say that Murray Gold's coming back. They've just assumed that Murray Gold is coming back and put it out as a rumor, right? But nothing's being confirmed. Nothing is actually being confirmed. Now, could Murray Gold come back for the 60th? Absolutely. And I think, it would be sad not to see him because his music is so intertwined with the RTD era. And that's what the article said a month ago, but it's an opinion piece. It's an opinion piece. So it's not an actual rumor. It's someone just giving their opinion. Right? They think that Murray, look, it would be logical to bring him back. But as someone rightly said in there, I don't think Murray Gold will come back unless he is working alongside someone. Remember, guys, I keep saying it as well, even when I put my rumours out, you always take them with a pinch of salt and don't take it as fact, right? Just because someone out there has reported that Murray Gold is back doesn't make it fact. It's not fact because it hasn't been confirmed. And you know what? Throughout all of this process, the only people that have brought Murray Gold's name up are fans anyway, right? Nothing that we've heard from BBC or any of the media reporting out there when they have reported on who likely is to come back has said that there's a possibility of Murray coming back. Murray's name hasn't actually been even mentioned that much. It's fans that keep bringing his name up. Annoying the same because I bring his name up because, you know, he is a huge part of the RTD era. But I think fans need to be careful when you see stuff like this and don't take it as fact. It's not fact until BBC actually announce he's coming back. And BBC haven't announced that he's coming back. Is it in the magazine? People actually, yeah. People that are here, right, that have the magazine. You have read the magazine now, I'm assuming. Does he mention who's coming back as composer? Because he's been very open in that interview on who's coming back. So has he mentioned Murray Gold in that interview at all? I'm with you, Adam. I would love to see Murray back personally. He did get stale near the end, but like RTD, you know, he's gotten a break from the show. Maybe not as long as obviously RTD himself, but he's had a bit of a break away from the show. He could be refreshed. But again, people have to ask themselves, would he want to come back himself? Would he want to come back himself? It'll be interesting. Be interesting. If he gets him for the 60th, I doubt he's going to be part of the Shooties era. I'd say he'll get a different composer for that. I mean, I don't even listen to rumors anymore anyway. Because it's just gotten to the point where, you know, unfortunately, because of some people in the fandom that just want to make up, we've seen it time and time again, even admitting that they make up stuff and put it online just to upset fans. You know, putting out source information and stuff like that used to be fun to do when I was getting information and stuff like that. But it's not fun anymore. It's not fun. It's not fun anymore because people don't know the difference. It's the same with these fans. When I used to put Artin out, it was like, oh, this is not true. Well, I never said it was true. I said it's rumor and speculation to be taken with a pinch of salt. Right? But if you're, this is the thing, you know, if you're doing that type of thing now in the fandom, rumor and speculation now, it's not worth it anymore. A lot of the people that used to do it don't do it anymore either. And you have to ask yourself the question why. It's because it doesn't matter whether you say it's rumor and speculation and put it out as rumor and speculation. Once the other side of the fandom say that you're saying it's fact, that's it, it's game over. Nobody will actually watch a video and then they'll just carry on the same message as the rest have said. Oh, Noel's lying. Noel never tells the truth, but I never said that was fact, so how am I lying? Right? What's different to what I do to what people on your side do when they actually openly admitted that they made up stuff and then their friends reported on it so they could get views on their channels. Right? That's what you did. I was getting legitimate information and putting it out there, and I was even saying it was rumor and speculation to be taken with a pinch of salt, but yet you were still going on as if it was fact. But then when your side of the fandom was caught actually making up rumors and actually admitting to making up rumors, you didn't bat an eyelid. Oh, it was okay for you to do it. But I'm not even making my stuff up. I was getting that stuff received to me and I was putting it out there. But not once did I ever say it was fact. In the early days when I first started off, I wasn't saying it was fact, but I was kind of reporting it kind of that way, if you get me. But that wasn't my intention. But I was learning at the start. Because I'd never done that like this before. So then I quickly learned, and I got advice off other people who were actually putting out stuff as well and saying, look, and all, you always have to say it's rumor and speculation. And you have to treat it that way. And ever since I got that advice, that's the way I've done it. And I've made sure several times on streams, if I was going live and talking about something, I'd say it several times on stream. I'd even put up a disclaimer. When I was doing this a small little video to announce something, I made sure that it was all over the screen that this is rumor and speculation. But yeah, as soon as the other side say it's fact, you're screwed in this fandom, by the way, if you do that. That's why a lot of channels, if you've noticed, they've moved from actually going and doing the rumors and speculation, and now they're getting people on the ground at filming to actually get exclusive stuff, because the other side have ruined the whole rumor and speculation game for the fact that they put out so much lies and still continue to this day to throw out a load of bullshit, right? Because they want to discredit everybody out there that does it. And you know what? To a certain extent, they've actually achieved that. Because as I said, now YouTube channels are kind of steering away from the direct rumor and speculation. And they're dealing with people on the ground that have gotten clips of filming or something and that are willing to talk to them. And that's what channels are doing now. You've noticed that's what a lot of channels are actually doing now. And that's what I would actually like to do. But because I'm in Ireland, it's harder for me here. If I was living in the UK, obviously, I'd be going to all these filming destinations and I'd be getting the scoops myself. But I don't live in the UK. I live in Ireland. But I think it's a great idea. And I think it's the way the future. I think it's going to be the future in the fandom. I think you're going to have feet on the ground. It's going to be like doing reports, filming reports. You're going to have actual feet on the ground reporting on all of this stuff, what's happening in filming, fans giving their opinions. This is what I've always dreamed to do, but unfortunately, I don't make enough money to be able to pay people to do all of this, to make this a bigger thing. But that's exactly what I would do. That's what I wanted to do, is every year that this series is out, I want feet on the ground, getting updated reports on the hour, every fucking hour while they're filming. Just like they do on Sky News, feet on the ground, people there talking to different people, talking to fans, getting their reaction to what they've seen, stuff like that. Now I've given my idea away and someone else is going to steal it. Hashtag copyright, blah, blah, blah. It's too late anyway. I fucked it up. But that's what we need to do. Now, hold on. I'm missing something. Fucking hell. Fucking bastard. Ah, come on. This is taking the piss, man. I'm going to have to fix all of this anyway. It's like a bleeding man cave. Anyway. So, yeah. I think that would be a great idea and something to do. Obviously, if I see someone else that we know doing it, then I know where they got that idea from. So, yeah. It would be great. It would be great to do. There it is. But yeah, so much has gone on the last 5 years now. to kind of reset now, rethink things. There's so much potential. We could do a lot in this fandom as well as fans. You know, I think the way we report on things is going to change. It's going to change. I think, you know, the more we get interactive, the better. But imagine if I'm able to come on live, right? And I get a live report from filming, that type of stuff. Bring on the person live there, you know, send them the link and get them on live while they're there and get people's opinions on the ground. Wouldn't that be great? What you drinking? No, I'm just having me coffee. Why am I banging on too much? Yeah, I'm drinking coffee. Right, let's see who is actually in the chat. It's been a while since we had a look. I'll do a few shout outs there. Let's see. We've got Gary Walker in the chat. We got Lindsay. We got Brisk also in the chat. Welcome, guys. Who else have we got? XSM was in the chat earlier as well. The chat's gone too far, so I want to give them a mention as well. Who else have we got? The Legend of the Traveling TARDIS. Adam in the chat, as you know. Real Super Doctor is also in the chat. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Tens Hoovian. WMD is also in the chat. So yeah, if I've missed anybody, just leave your name there because the chat obviously jumps up a little bit. But I think I've got everybody. I wonder what style Ruby will have as a costume. As I said, I think it'll be like what we've kind of seen in the photograph. Oh, same question. The chat froze on me there. Sorry. Tens Hoovian, as I said, is in the chat as well. Yeah, so that's it. There's nothing really much now until we see if the Arton gets announced tomorrow, considering it's the anniversary of Doctor Who tomorrow. So be interesting. Obviously, we'll be here for our usual. I'll throw up the trailer later on, then you can obviously react to that. But we will be back tomorrow for the anniversary. And don't forget, in December, we got a pretty busy December. So we have our Christmas watch-alongs. And, you know, they won't be on any Pacific Day because there's a lot of Christmas specials to get through. So I'll just be doing them when I've got the chance to do them. So there's not an actual set time for them. So look out for them. I'll put them up a few minutes, obviously, before we go live anyway, and pop in. And if you have your copy ready, we start off with the Christmas Invasion. So don't forget that Christmas Invasion. So that'll be the first one. Then we work our way through them. And we will end with Stephen Moffat's last one. And that's it. The Christmas special. We're doing Christmas specials. So that's it. And then, obviously, we'll have Noel Clark on the 3rd of December. As I said, he's back for Brotherhood, the last of the Hood trilogy as well. So join us for that. So we got a busy December. I'm still trying to get a couple of membership streams done this month. I'm trying to organize some guests now to get a couple of membership streams up before the end of the month. So hopefully we'll be able to do that. It's actually very hard to get some guests on. So I'm going to have to think of something. So, yeah. Just checking to see if there's anything before we leave. What's your favorite Christmas movie? Well, I watched, actually, it's weird that you asked me that question, because last night I sat down to watch the Patrick Stewart version of A Christmas Carol, and then I watched the other version as well. Both versions are on YouTube, actually. So I like those two movies, but my favorite Christmas movie is actually Santa Claus the movie. And I'm not talking about the Tim Allen one either. I'm talking about the original Santa Claus the movie with Dudley Moore. That's my favorite Christmas film. I was going to actually watch that last night, but as I said, I ended up watching A Christmas Carol twice. Two movies. I love that story as well. Yeah, so that's what I watch. And of course, I watch all the others as well. But so yeah, that's what I like. They're my favorite Christmas movies. And as I said, we'll be doing those Christmas specials anyway. We'll get a bit festive on the channel, why not? And maybe in between that as well, we might be able to do a couple of Christmas movies as well. We'll see. But I'm just going to focus on the Christmas watch-alongs for Doctor Who anyway. So yeah, get you our Christmas specials dusted down. We'll be starting with the Christmas Invasion, and then we'll be working our way through all of the Christmas specials. And then maybe Christmas night when everything's settled down and I've cooked the dinner, me and Cheryl spend time together, and then stuff like that. We might do a Christmas special, leave one Christmas special. Well, it'll obviously be twice upon a time, won't it be, for Christmas Day. So we'll do that. Yeah, I like The Wizard of Oz as well. I watched The Wizard of Oz. Wizard of Oz is always shown around Christmas as well. You're right. It's a bit of a weird one to show around Christmas, but I do like The Wizard of Oz myself. Classic movie. I do watch a lot of musicals over the Christmas as well. I like The Sound of Music. I watch Sound of Music. I watch over the Christmas. It's weird. That's a movie that I watch over the Christmas, but I love that movie. Don't care what anybody says. They can slag me off for liking it, but I don't care. I love it. I love it. I love musicals anyway. Growing up in a house that, my mum loved all the musicals, so kind of grew up with them whether I liked it or not. Because most of me TV and me movie passions I got to do with me parents, because me dad watched Star Trek, Doctor Who, and all of that, and then they watched other shows as well. My mum loves sci-fi as well, so she watched all them as well. So we grew up in a household that watched musicals and watched sci-fi and action films. We loved the Die Hard franchise, Lethal Weapon, another one as well over the Christmas. So yeah, I have particular movies that I watch over the Christmas, and then I have my own personal favorites. Then I'll watch as well. So I like to watch weird movies over the Christmas as well. And I have a couple of weird movies that I watch that are not Christmas movies at all, but I love watching them over the Christmas. So yeah. White Christmas. Oh man. See there, that one, and what's the other one? Is it a Christmas, what's it, Christmas Story or whatever it's bleeding called? The story, the wonderful, is it A Wonderful Life or something? What is it? My brother keeps banging on about it. Man, I just don't get it with that movie. I don't, and you could say that I don't know movies and all this, and I haven't got a clue and all that crap. I just don't get it. Just don't get it, man. We got Scottish Stavros in the chat. He says Millie will be excellent. Great actress. I'm happy. Yeah, well, as I said, she's gonna have a lot of she's gonna have a lot of she's gonna have a male following anyway. And she's gonna break a few hearts when she does leave the show. I'll admit that. We all had our favorite companions, but I think, look, as I said, the chemistry between the two of them, absolutely fantastic, man. So I think it'll work. I think it'll work with Jimmy Stewart. Love that movie. Yeah, but I don't get it. I don't. I'm glad that people actually enjoy that movie, but I just find it a bar fest. I'm sorry. I like my Christmas movies to be a bit more exciting. Not my type of thing at all. Have to be honest. Um, I'm a bit weird like that. There's some movies that we grew up watching as a kid that I just totally hate. There's a lot that I do love, but yeah. Anyway, yeah. What the hell? Oh yeah, I forgot. Right, anyway, we'll leave it there. But yeah, as I said, that interview with Millie showed us that she's the right one for the job. Now let's hope, the people out there that have been comparing her to Rose and all of this other stuff, leave it out anyway. Just let's see who the way she plays it. I think, since we got these new influx of fans, they're very I don't know, they're over the top with everything they are. They're over the top with everything. They just, as soon as she was announced, they just, the usual crap on Twitter from them. It's just nonsense. It is. Just wait and see how she plays it, and another thing that I said, is she going to use pronouns? Like, who gives a crap? Like, why is that the most important thing? Would the most important thing not be that, oh, is she actually going to be good in the role? Should that not be the focus? And what our character is going to be like and what the development of that character is going to be like? Nobody gives a crap whether she has pronouns or not, but that shouldn't be the focus. That's the thing. They're over the top. They're over the top. Everything's over the top with them. Anyway, we'll see what happens in the next. Remember, the anniversary's tomorrow, so we'll see if we get out tomorrow. It'd be nice if they marked it with some other announcement, or maybe even the costume reveal. That'd be nice. But we'll be back here for the anniversary as we always are. So look out on the YouTube channel a little bit later on, because I will be throwing up a little something, and then join me tomorrow for that anniversary. And we'll have as we always do on those streams, we'll have a bit of a laugh. We'll have a bit of a laugh, and we'll have a chat about Doctor Who and its history and all of the good stuff. And obviously then as well, we can touch on the future as well. And I think it's very relevant, everything that's going on, that we do touch on the future and look towards the future with a bit of optimism. She seems like she's enthusiastic, which is what you expect from a casting. It is nice to see. I absolutely agree with you. And on that comment, we will leave it there. Thank you guys for tuning in. Enjoy the rest of your evening. The World Cup is in full flow at the moment. We had a shock result in the World Cup. Saudi Arabia, yes, Saudi Arabia beat one of the favourites, Argentina, in their World Cup group. Besides all the controversy, the football so far has been pretty decent, but I think this match has been the best match of the tournament so far, because it was literally end-to-end stuff. Yeah, so it's been interesting. It's been an interesting one. But it keeps getting more controversial each day, and stuff. But again, I'm one of those people that believe, okay, you're all getting controversial about, and that's fair enough, brilliant. That's okay. But the problem is why didn't you do it years ago when the announcement was made, and complain and make sure that it wasn't held there? But it's there now. There's nothing we can do about it. The footballers are there to play football. That's what I'm just concentrating on. I'm just concentrating on the matches. I don't even listen to the fucking build up to games anymore, because you know what they're going to talk about. It's not going to be about football. It's going to be about all the injustices, which is fair enough. The journalists and Gary Neville and all the hypocrites, they did say they'd bring it up. And in fairness to the hypocrites, they did bring it up. The fact is, though, they all took Saudi money, or they took Qatar money. So it doesn't really mean anything. It's an empty gesture. It's like when the England team and the other teams banged on about wearing the One Love armband, but yet when it came to it, you's all chickened out, right? Now FIFA. Now listen, whether you agree with the One Love armband or not is not the point, right? This is my point. If you're gonna make a stand, right, and you're gonna tell the media and tell the world that you're taking a certain stance, and then you back out the last minute because FIFA threatened to give you a yellow card, right? That's a pussy move, right? What's FIFA going to do if all the players come out on the pitch and wear that armband? Are they going to give every single player a yellow card? Because if they did that, that would be a farce, and then the whole thing would be called out, wouldn't it? So if the players actually really wanted to make an impact, that's what they should have done. But they didn't. Because again, like all these celebrities, like all of these major companies, Jordan Pride, when they start banging up the rainbow flag and all of this other nonsense, right? But all year round, they don't give a shit. That's exactly what it is. None of them give a crap, right? They all talk the big talk, but when it comes to the actions, right, they didn't wear it. Now, Alex Scott has been trending because after she heard that the England players weren't going to do it, what did she do? She put it on her own arm and reported for the BBC live with the armband on her arm, right? But again, that gesture, fair enough, she put it on, but again, that gesture would have made more or meant more if she hadn't have took the money from from Qatar, because she actually said the only reason why she went there was for the money. Like, she's probably one of the only few that have actually admitted that she wasn't going to turn down the money that they were offering. So fair enough. But it's an empty gesture. All of this is empty gestures. You want to make change in the world and all of this, then you stand by your convictions and you go through with it. So the English players, better not be coming out and all of these other international players banging on about, inclusion and the diversity and all of this, right? Because they're hypocrites. They're hypocrites, right? Because they would have actually stuck to their guns, right, if they actually meant it. That's why I always call this shit out, because it's all false, right? It doesn't come from a genuine place. It doesn't come from their hearts. So it's Mexico versus Poland next, which I will watch because I do like watching the Mexicans play. They're actually a good footballing team. Some exciting players in there with a bit of experience. So yeah, I love me international football, I have to say, but this World Cup is tainted no matter what happens. But it's there now. We just have to get on with it. And, the media need to stop and these players need to stop, because you don't have the conviction to go through what you are preaching the rest of us. That's why I'll never take you all seriously. Anyway, we will leave it there, folks. Thanks for joining me. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe and all of that. If you haven't checked out what's coming in December for New Who, go and check out the little promo trailer. Well, I'm actually going to be taking that one down now and putting the new one up, because wait, you see the new one. You're going to like the new one. I added a few more effects to the new one, and I think it makes it look pop better. So I put it up on Twitter, and it got a bit of a reaction on Twitter. So from people that we know. So I'm gonna throw up the new one now shortly, and yeah, I'm gonna get rid of the old one just in case she's missed the announcement. I'm gonna throw it up again anyway. So yeah, we leave it there. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe if you are watching the World Cup. Enjoy the football. If you're not, and I'm sorry to all the ladies out there and the blokes that watch the soaps, but you know, football will always take the front foot. But yeah, that's the one thing women and blokes that watch the soaps hate when there's football. When there's a World Cup or a major tournament, it's their soaps get disrupted and stuff, and they're never happy about that. So yeah, sorry, we apologize for the soaps, but you know, football's more exciting. Anyway, see you later. Have a good one. Enjoy the rest of your day and evening, and stay safe. Look after each other, and we will talk to you tomorrow for the anniversary. So come and join us for Doctor Who's anniversary tomorrow. We'll have a chat and we'll do other stuff. I'll watch out for that little other trailer as well. There'll be two things going up, so look out for those two things anyway. So we'll talk to you soon. Have a good one. Goodbye.